Laurent said, "Are we ever going to get ROH titles back on ROH programming?" I tweeted that last night. I said, "Oh,
you
look,
did
it's
tweet
ROH
that.
tag titles." Yes, and I actually wrote an
Hilarious.
article.
You said, "Look, another ROH." You were like literally watching it in front of you. Another ROH title being
Tag
defended
match
on AEW.
when there's an ROH taping following this show. It's
You're
funny because
like,
I wrote
the
an
skirts
article.
are right over there.
I just wrote an article about how MJF did nothing for the ROH tag team titles. He did nothing for them. He didn't elevate them in any way. He elevated no tag teams while he was there. And so I was in the process of looking at that. So I went to see the last time ROH tag team titles were defended on Honor Club was July 29th. Aussie Open wrestled on Honor Club. Then they wrestled 2 Dynamites, 2 Rampages, and lost the titles at All In.
Right.
So I looked to see the last time the Kingdom was on Honor Club the week before. July 22nd is the last time Honor Club has the Kingdom have been on Honor Club. So I don't have much faith that they will be back in Honor Club defending those titles because they're obviously very invested in that storyline with the Kingdom.
Well, the Kingdom seems like a big deal on the main shows right now.
Yeah, the Undisputed Kingdom. So yeah, I don't see those titles being back.
Yeah, right. They just got good brothered into the whole show, basically.
Yeah, so maybe at Supercard they'll defend them. I assume they'll hold them till then, which is really unfortunate because there's a lot of really good tag teams in Ring of Honor who are just competing for nothing, I guess. They're just building the division. But I mean, I guess you could argue the Righteous did get a title shot on Wrestle Dream, but they haven't really done it. The Righteous did wrestle last night. They had
they need to get tag team wrestling back on AEW television and other things now. I mean, because we're not getting, we have a bunch of great, like, where the heck are the Young Bucks, dude?
I think they're, from what I've heard, that's storyline stuff that they're doing with that. What they wrote them, right? They wrote them off doing, and then the BTE stuff is apparently storyline. Like what they quit BTE and now it's being the Dark Order. So I've heard that I've heard this is storyline stuff and it's gonna feed in and they're eventually coming back as like monster heels. I've heard that's the story. I don't know how accurate that is or if that's obviously card is subject to change, so who knows. But yeah, it's I just there's some really good tag teams down there, like in ROH we've talked about. Obviously the Workhorsemen are there, the Infantry, the Outrunners are there sometimes, Cole Carter and Griff Garrison, Iron Savages, the boys are down there. There's Matt Sydal and Christopher Daniels. So I mean, it's just very unfortunate that these they're not getting shots at these tag team titles on the brand that they're on, and it seems like it's going to continue that way because I don't see the Kingdom could go back and forth, but because like you said, they're so invested in this storyline on the main roster that I just see more of the same, that they're just going to defend the title like they did last night and defend them on AEW programming even though it just blew my mind.
I was like, angle on a pay-per-view, like
it's just like they are defending these ROH titles on Collision and there's an ROH taping after the show, like and I get it. They're in the really big faction. They're in the biggest storyline happening right now. Like, I understand all of it. It's just, it's very frustrating, especially when I saw that they haven't been defended since July in Honor Club. I was like, this is absurd. Like, this is just, it's not doing anything for those titles.